Well, some guys may play golf, others may go to the gym, but in gaming communities, boys and men get together to play their favorite online video games. It's a different kind of thing. Joel Auge belongs to a group called the Order of Dragon's Bane. 10 gamers get together on Monday nights. They stream this video, their own play game, onto YouTube, and an online community interacts with them by the thousands. In Manitoba, Morgan Wiebe leads a group of 20 gamers at the Bunker Ministry, a Christian outreach for youth, and he gathers gamers in Etherland conferences. Morgan, a lot of us moms are worried about video gaming. Tell us what's healthy about being a community of gamers.
Yeah, it's definitely a great alternative. You know, everyone has different strengths, so you got to find yours, and it's great for a community, especially one that's based around good values like what the Bunker has. So for us, it's a great opportunity. It's a welcoming environment. So it's really just a great alternative to some of the more typical forms of entertainment, essentially.
And how do you decide whose values win and what games you'll play?
We determine it fairly far in advance. We've had the same games set for about almost a year now. We set them basically right after the next event. We have the announcement of what's going to be played at the next event. So we have it fairly far in advance, and we get it fairly out to the public almost the next day.
Okay, so Joel, let's start with you now, because you, full disclosure here, by the way, Joel is the Chief Growth Officer here at Crossroads, helps all of our media products, and your online Monday night group started. You've got like thousands now. Tell us why you think this is a great way to gather people together around content that's just, yeah, like I wouldn't have let my kids do this, but you guys are just all into this.
Some of our parents wouldn't allow us to play this when we were kids. So I say that in full disclosure. I think that primarily, I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities for men to get together and actually do something of value. So we're actually sharing the creation of a story together. It's a collaborative storytelling. That's what we do on Monday nights. So think of it as an improv group, and we happen to engage with the fans at home. So yeah,
and it actually. Full disclosure here again, your group had a real tragedy happen. You had one of your members take their life with suicide, and something happened about making community that never would have happened if that would have remained in isolation, that incident.
For sure. I mean, obviously that draws the people in the group closer together, so now we're closer than ever as a group, but also, you know, we were able to raise money for his family. And you're kind of, as believers, because there are a number of believers around the table who play, it just gave us an opportunity to show the light of who Jesus is to these people who wouldn't otherwise kind of see it.
And Morgan, the light of Jesus is what you guys are trying to bring into the video gaming community. How successful, and maybe why? Why try to bring Jesus into a video gaming culture?
Well, it's based around the stereotype. Most people assume gamers are locked away in their basements and never come out, never go anywhere. So it's definitely a great place to invite them to come out. And then while they're there, we share a little bit of the gospel with them, and we tell them who Jesus is and that Jesus doesn't judge you for the games you play or the way you play games. He loves you just the way you are, and all he asks is that you accept him. So it's just a great place to kind of bring them, keep them in their comfort zone, but at the same time, add to their experience.
Okay, let's talk about keeping it healthy. Joel, what are the boundaries of knowing your gaming is a good passion and not an addiction?
Yeah, I think that addiction obviously is a major concern. It's not just a concern for us as gamers, but most advanced countries, I would say, in the West at least, have legislation around over, like, for instance, I mean, let's talk about China, for instance. They have legislation in place to keep people from getting addicted to games. And a lot of countries are adopting this kind of legislation for the health and safety of just the minds of these gamers, because you can get addicted. I ran a gaming company, and there were a lot of people addicted to our games. So, but it's like anything else. You can be addicted to food. You could be addicted to all kinds of things. Moderation is, I think, an important step.
And I think because you're both doing it in community, Morgan, do you know when you've got a friend that's going over the edge on too much gaming? And can you do something about it?
You kind of can. All you can really try to do is maybe offer them an alternative. So instead of, say, a night you would normally play video games, maybe you would go outside, take a walk out to the park or something else. I mean, when it comes to the addiction portion, all you can really do is offer the alternatives. You can't just force someone to not be addicted anymore. You have to give them alternatives.
All right, okay. Both of you, Joel and Morgan, thank you for sharing a window into both of your online worlds. Thank you.